We've been hearing about this dust-up on the border between Mexico and Texas. We know how frightened Governor Greg Abbott is of all the brown people coming across the border. He didn't feel as though Joe Biden was doing enough, even though the Republicans in Congress have been blocking everything. So he decides to put up razor wire along the border. Only problem with that is that isn't under the jurisdiction of the governor of the state of Texas. That is under federal jurisdiction. So the Fed said, no, we're taking that shit down. Well, of course, they go to court and they go up the chain all the way to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court sides with the federal government and they proceed to try to take the razor wire down. But still, Greg Abbott is upset about this, even though the Supreme Court made their decision. And Greg Abbott decided, we don't have to listen to the Supreme Court. We're going to send the National Guard down there. We're going to have a little standoff with the federal government. Well, that sounds wise, but here's what I'm interested in. Greg Abbott in the state of Texas has said, well, the Supreme Court says this, but we don't have to abide by it. Well, that's an interesting concept. The states don't have to abide by the Supreme Court. So does that mean we can forget about overturning Roe v. Wade? That's not a thing. That just came from the Supreme Court. We can forget about that. How about all the gun decisions the Supreme Court's made regarding the Second Amendment? We'll just throw those fuckers out. If we're not going to listen to the Supreme Court, why have a Supreme Court? Let's kick all the motherfuckers out and we'll start over from nothing. Greg Abbott is like all the other Republicans. We want the laws to affect everybody else but them. They want to be excused from the laws. Greg, I'm going to tell you what. You can play this game as long as you want, but you should know by watching what the Republicans have been doing for the last 2 to 3 years. Every time they double down, triple down, they get embarrassed and they fail. And Greg, in this situation, you're going to fail. And you're going to look stupid. And you may get some of your citizens injured. So slow the fuck down. Take a look at what's going on. Decide what hill to die on. This probably isn't the right one.